Hey, and welcome to Too Fated to Play, the podcast where we indulge on two of our bad habits, playing too many video games and day drinking.
Definitely day drinking.
I'm Eggs, and I'm here with my buddy LSD.
LSD in the house. What's going on, Eggs?
It's going good. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Let's go ahead and just get it cracking.
Get it cracking.
Yeah.
Is that an egg pun?
I didn't even catch that. A good one. Yeah, man. So, we here to talk about some video games today, and we gonna drink a little something. And today we drinking on some back squatch. Check that out, back squatch.
It's a cool looking can.
Yeah, I actually like it, man. Got this little Sasquatch bat on here. It looks sweet.
This is dedicated to the legend. Is there a legend of Bat Squatch?
I have no idea. That's something to look up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I picked this up out of Baltimore over the weekend. So, yeah, man. This is what's the percentage on here?
We got 6.7 horsepower.
6.7 horsepower. Oh
It's
yeah.
a hazy Indian Pale Ale.
All right, let's go ahead and get it a little crack. Kind of citrusy too, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get that out of the IPAs. They tend to be citrusy.
It's not bad.
I think I like it more than the Pixels.
Pixel? Huh?
I think the Pixels was sweeter.
Yeah.
It was good, but it was sweeter. I think I like this more. Maybe it's because I like the hazy drinks and the Pixels wasn't hazy.
Okay. Yeah. This is actually pretty good. What does it say? Dare, risk, dream on the back of the can. I can't even see what that say on the back, but that writing kind of small. But yeah, the can's really cool though. It's a really cool looking can.
For years, rumors have circled that deep in the woods on Mount St. Helens lives the fabled Bat Squatch. While there are many tales of Bat Squatch, they are all a bit hazy in the details, which makes the truth such a juicy mystery. I hate this. So what better way to honor the legend than with a hazy, juicy IPA, perfect for camping and potentially making a new friend.
I don't really care for that story.
They got their own scale.
Yeah.
It's tropical, apparently. It's apparently tropical.
And also, we do liquor too, so we gonna be drinking on some of this Fighting Cock.
Fighting Cock.
Oh man. I'm gonna pour up, man. Go ahead and get this little bit of cock up in me.
All right, well, while you're doing that, you had an exciting week.
Oh yeah, man. Took a vacation, man. Much needed vacation. But let's go. Let's get into it, man. Let's talk a little bit of Zelda, man. How you feeling about it since you been out for about 2 weeks?
Yeah, about 2 weeks now, I think. Yeah. I've played a good bit of it. I've honestly, surprisingly to me, because you know how I am with stories and shit. Mm-hmm. How is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It burns. Oh shit. God damn.
Can we go get you something? Get you a couple cubes of ice or something for it?
Nah, I'm a man. I'm drinking straight.
All right.
Woo. You gonna need some ice though.
Yeah, I'll probably take some ice.
Woo, my chest burn. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've played it it's been out for about 2 weeks and I've been playing it, and you know how I am with stories and games. I love a good story.
Right.
I've pretty much ignored the story to this point. I've only beaten one dungeon.
One dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on dungeon 3.
Yeah, I know. You were telling me about that. I've only beat the Gerudo Desert dungeon.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm having a little problem with it. I don't know where to shoot at yet. So,
no.
But I'm still learning.
But I'm enjoying it. I've explored a lot of it. I've got, I think, other than 2 segments, I've got the whole map uncovered.
Okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna get into it. Just moved into a new house, so yeah, everything's unpacked right now, so we gonna go ahead and get into some more Zelda. But we ain't gonna do too much Zelda talk today. We gonna go ahead and get into some gaming news.
Gaming news.
What's going on in the gaming news world, man? What you got for us?
A lot.
He said a lot.
And I just realized a problem.
Oh no.
My whole list is on my phone, which is being used to record.
Oh no. All right. Let's pause so we can get the news. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about this game news, man. What you got for us, man?
Well, there was a huge PlayStation showcase
Okay.
this week, and they announced, well, they didn't announce, they talked about like 35 different games.
Okay.
A lot of them were stuff we already knew about, like they showed off more Final Fantasy 16, which we've known about for a while. That comes out next month. I'm excited.
You know me about Final Fantasy, man.
It's a very different style Final Fantasy. I'll have to show it to you when it comes out, because it's very different. It's like full fast-paced action. Like you played Devil May Cry?
Yes.
It's more like that.
Okay.
They're changing how it plays.
I did like Devil May Cry.
They showed a bunch of like indie games. There was some game, I forget the name of it. I would have it if I had my list, but I forget the name of it. It looked like somebody just did a shitload of acid and tried to make Metroid.
Oh, no.
Like, I forget the name of it. There was a really cool game. It was called Towers of Something. It looked like it was a mix of Legend of Zelda, like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Where you're running around, you're collecting resources, you're flying around, you're running into animals, you're fighting things. But it also had like a twist where you collect all that stuff and then you go back and you build a city. It's like a city builder. Okay. But you collect your resources through Zelda, and it looked really good.
Okay.
They showed off Spider-Man 2, which I know you said you've seen the trailer of.
Oh man, that Spider-Man looks amazing. It looks really good.
It looks really good. I'm excited for it. I love Insomniac. They're the ones that make that.
I saw that they got Venom in here too.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a dope game.
Yeah, no, I'm happy he's like taken over Spider-Man, Peter Parker. He's not like, it's not just like a villain you fight. Like, you've got to deal with Venom.
Ooh, man, this damn fighting cock right here, man. You gotta chase it with this bat squatch, man. It is rough.
It's fighting you?
Yeah, it's beating me up. I mean, it's not bad. You know, what is it? 103 proof.
103.
This fighting cock is Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, and this is out of Bardstown, Kentucky. Yeah, man. I mean, it's not bad, man. You know, it's getting me there.
I'll try some in a little bit.
All right. I don't know how true this is, but they was talking about the GTA 6. Said like you make money in real time in there. Like when you're making money, they give you money like in Bitcoin or something. Like you're really making money. I was like, that's fucking crazy. I don't know how true that is, but
I can't believe that'd be true.
Yeah,
unless they're getting a kickback from it, like whatever you're making, they're getting 75%, you're getting 25%. Like, I cannot see that being true.
If it is true, as much GTA I've played, I'll be rich.
There was also a Bungie announced a new game, and it's not Destiny. It's called Marathon. It's a reboot, not a reboot necessarily, but they're bringing back an old franchise of theirs, Marathon, which was an old PC shooter. Looks like this one's going to be kind of like a competitive shooter.
Okay.
Square Enix announced a game called Foam Stars. It is Splatoon. Have you seen Splatoon?
I've never even heard of Splatoon.
Oh, okay. It's one of the better like Nintendo exclusives. You play in Splatoon, at least you play as like these. They're called Inklings. They're like squids.
Okay.
Squid kids or whatever, and they've got like super soaker guns, and you got to shoot the ground with paint, and you got to take over as much of the ground with your color paint as you can. Okay. So Square Enix is doing the same thing, just it's with foam, and it just looks like a ripoff.
What do you think about this Assassin's Creed coming out?
Assassin's Creed, yeah, Mirage, I think it's called. It looks good. I haven't played Assassin's Creed in a while. What was the last one I played? Unity.
Yeah, this Assassin's Creed looked really good. It looked like it's set in kind of like in the Middle East. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it looks good. I'm excited for that.
So at first when they showed the trailer, I thought it was like Egypt, and I was like, didn't they already do Egypt?
Yeah, that was Odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah.
That was good. That was probably my favorite one.
Okay.
What else we got?
We got, in a weird twist of honestly probably stupid, Sony announced a new piece of hardware.
Okay.
At the moment, it's called Project Q. They haven't given it an official name yet, but they showed a picture of it.
Okay.
And it is an 8-inch screen tablet with the PlayStation 5 controller literally glued on either side of it.
What?
It is a handheld streaming only tablet that you can use to play your games from streaming from your PlayStation 5.
So it's basically a Switch.
No, it's basically stupid. It's basically what you can do with your cell phone, where you can just like go in, you can download their PlayStation app, and you can say stream it to my cell phone, and then I'll just connect a controller to my cell phone and play it. It's that, but it's like 8-inch screen.
So basically, it just costs $500.
I'm gonna assume about $300, which is still gonna be too much for that.
Right.
And the current like rumor going around is the battery life is gonna only be like 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, no. That's a hard no for me.
Oh, I'll buy it.
I forgot you a PlayStation whore.
I'm not going to be happy about me buying it, but I'll buy it.
I'll just come over and play with yours.
Yeah.
All right.
They also announced a pair of earbuds, Sony branded earbuds, which I don't think there's going to be much to it. It's going to be earbuds.
I heard that Turtle Beach is releasing something. They said they're pretty much perfect headphones. I just saw it like the other day. They said they're like $360 They supposed to be the most perfect headphones you could buy. Gaming headphones.
Oh, okay. Gaming headphones.
Yeah.
I was going to say perfect headphones. I don't think Turtle Beach is anywhere close.
No. I mean, gaming. My bad. Gaming.
Okay.
This cock kicking my ass right now. Woo. Jesus Christ. I see they got new Street Fighter on the books.
Yeah,
and,
Street Fighter 6.
A Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
I never played Diablo.
I don't think you would like them because I don't like them.
Okay. Well,
because they're too slow for me.
Fair enough. Street Fighter is kind of different. It doesn't look like the original Street Fighter. It's kind of more realistic kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested, so of course I'm going to buy it.
Well, you like fighting games, so that makes sense.
I used to like fighting games. I'm kind of far away from that, but we'll talk about that when we go into our top favorite games.
Yeah, I know.
All right. What else we got?
There's a rumor going around that I don't believe whatsoever, but it's a rumor, so I'm gonna talk about it. It was leaked by a guy who leaks Destiny 2 information.
Okay.
And the rumor is that Sony is looking at buying CD Projekt Red, which is the people who made Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher.
Oh man, that Cyberpunk was just a huge turd.
I know you didn't like. I thought it was okay. It was glitchy as hell.
Oh my god, it was so awful.
I thought it was glitchy, but I thought it was alright. But to be fair, I like messed up games, so I like games that are broken. It's fun for me.
Graphic wise, beautiful,
but
it was just a turd of a game. Oh, it sucked. Balls. It was awful, man. I couldn't stand it. I maybe got like 2 or 3 hours into it, and I just turned it off and just never put it back in.
Oh, so you didn't even get to the part where it lets you explore?
Nah, man, it sucked. It sucked so bad. I was just like, fucking Keanu Reeves, man. What a piece of shit of a game.
You didn't even meet Keanu Reeves. You didn't get far enough.
I got there. He was... Oh, I'm a little fucked up, but I got there. I saw him. He was there.
He was in the title screen.
Yeah, no, I got to his part, and then there was a bunch of dialogue. You know, I hate dialogue. I want to play the game. Fuck all that.
Yeah, I know you hate a good story.
No, I just want to fucking shoot people and kill people.
Yeah,
that's all I want to do. Damn, man, I ain't gonna front, man. This damn cock, man. Cock, all right, man. You gonna have to try some, man. What you doing?
Yeah, I'll try some here in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Let me think. What else?
All right. What else we got, man?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, we had a little little glitch with the phone, man.
Fuck Apple.
Don't say that too loud, man. People might hear that and be, see, I told you, fuck Apple, But go inside joke. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going through an Apple Samsung thing right now, so all right.
You are?
Yeah, man. Don't worry about it. Move on.
Okay. Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes.
In the first 3 days after release, sold 10 million units.
Jesus Christ.
And they haven't updated it since, though. I'm assuming by now it's closer to 20. But wow. In the first 3 days,
I'm not mad at that. Some of the things I've seen, like on TikTok and just the internet, like there's some creative people out here. The guy you sent me who's just basically riding a surfboard of bombs.
Uh-huh.
I was like, wow. Like, this guy's gifted right here. Yeah. He's probably like 13 years old.
Oh, probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, there was just a bunch of games announced recently. Xbox has a showcase coming up on June 11th, I believe.
About time.
It happens right after Summer Games Fest, which is on June 8th, which for anybody listening, I believe is going to be the day after this podcast comes out. Jeff Keighley is the guy who runs it. He's like good friends with Xbox. He also runs the Game Awards at the end of every year. And the Game Awards is where they announced the new Xbox, the Xbox Series X. So like they're good friends. So I don't know if they're. It makes me concerned for one of the two showcases. Either Xbox doesn't have enough to bring to their own showcase,
right?
Or the Summer Game Events is going to be missing any Xbox stuff. So it's, But yeah, that's coming up. The 8th is for Summer Games Fest, and I believe the 11th was the Xbox Showcase.
There is a game that I am excited for. My son showed it to me this morning. It's called Phantom Blade.
Phantom Blade, yep.
Oh man, that looks so good. Like I couldn't take my eyes off of the YouTube channel. I was just sitting there, just like, wow, this is a very, very decent game. It's bloody, like I like. It kind of reminds me of them old kung fu movies where they just be running up the walls and floating in the air, and like it looked like it's gonna be a very good game. And also Helldivers.
Helldivers, yeah.
That looks interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. That one's coming to PlayStation 5 and PC.
Yes.
And it looks 4-player co-op.
Yeah. I was looking at that. I was like, that might be a little dope right there.
I never played the first one, but from the trailer of the second one, it looks good. I guess another game that was there they showed off some of was Alan Wake 2. I didn't play the first game, had no interest in it, but if the first game's anything like what they showed in that trailer for the second one, I'd be interested, because the second one just straight up looked like a Resident Evil game.
Okay.
I love Resident Evil, so I'd be down for that.
Speaking of 2, like, it was another game that they introduced. It was called Ghost Runners 2. I didn't even know there was a 1. I just saw the preview and I was like, oh, okay, this look kind of slick. So I think I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try to find 1, try to get the backstory, and then I'm gonna go ahead and jump into 2.
I remember when 1 came out, there was a lot of people that were pretty excited for it. I didn't end up playing it because I have after playing so many first-person shooters for a while there during the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 era, I'm still burnt out of first-person shooters, and I kind of make it a deal to myself that I only play 2 a year. Like, I will not play more than 2 first-person shooters a year. And when I first saw that game, when the first one came out, I was like, it looks interesting, it looks cool. But I wasn't going to play another first-person shooter, so.
Hey, Tyler, I ain't going to lie, man. This fighting cock got me busted. Jesus.
Gonna have to cancel the podcast?
Nah, we gonna keep rolling, man. So if I start talking crazy, man, you already know, like, shit, I got a nice little buzz going.
Put up like a thing, like a LSD does not mean what he says.
I definitely mean that shit. The liquor brings it out.
Oh, that reminded me, there was a game came out recently, Lord of the Rings Gollum. Lord of the Rings Gollum. You play as, yeah.
Oh, Schmeagol?
It is getting awful reviews. It has a 40 out of 100 at the moment.
Jesus Christ.
People are like, the story's okay, but the gameplay is actual garbage. It's walking down narrow hallways, grab an item, walk back down that narrow hallway, and it's people hate it.
The precious.
The precious.
Curious about this Wolverine. What you think about that?
I'm fucking excited for that one.
Really?
That's being made by Insomniac, the people who make it Spider-Man.
Okay.
And they've already said it's going to be a rated M game, so it's not going to be like fucking tweeny baby Wolverine. It's going to be murder some people Wolverine.
There we go.
And I'm excited for that. Wolverine's one of my favorite heroes. So.
Oh, it's definitely my favorite X-Men by far.
I'm saying in general, not just X-Men. He's like one of my favorites.
No, that's a whole nother discussion. Are we gonna talk about comic book heroes, or we gonna talk gaming? Because
we'll bring comic book heroes to a different episode.
Hold up, man.
We'll bring that into a different discussion.
Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion right there, yo. Well, we got any other game news, or we about to get into?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. There was a lot more, but I'm missing it now. So we can get onto it. We're about 30 minutes in. I'm sure we can fight for 30 minutes over.
Yeah,
not fight,
man.
but talk about it.
We still trying to get this podcast thing down. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little fucked up right now because this damn cock got me leaning, man. And man,
careful how you phrase shit.
It's just a little cock.
Just a little cock in you.
A little cock in me, you know. Woo, shit fighting my insides, Jack. Man, I'm telling you. Then this bat squash got me leaning too.
I'm liking the bat squatch.
Yeah. You know, it's dope little dope beer. You know, I like this. I really like this can. This is a cool looking can.
It is a cool can.
Shout out to what's the name of this people who makes this shit.
I see white cheddar grilled salmon strawberry shortcake on the back. I don't know if that has to do with anything.
Christ. All right, so we gonna shout out to Rogue.
Yeah,
we gonna say Rogue.
That's who it is.
We gonna shout out to Rogue, man. They make good IPA. This Bat Squash, man, is busting right now, and I ain't gonna front. This cock got me leaning, man. So there's some good liquor right here, man. Let's get into our what's our top 6 favorite games. It was 6, right? Yeah.
Yep. Top 6 favorite games of all time. Similar to how we did last time with the consoles, top 3 consoles. This is going to be the top 6. Why is it 6 over 5? Well, initially when I came up with the idea, it was a 3x3 is what it's called, where you pick 9 of something.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, we'll take that concept. We'll just split it between consoles and games. Probably should have just done top 9 video games because I would have had a lot easier time doing that. I don't know if you can see on my shelves out here. There's a bunch of games that are like pulled out from the shelf, like they're not in standard alignment.
Yeah.
Those are all games I was fighting with myself over on what would be in my top 6. There's like 50 games pulled out there.
Yeah, you got a lot of games, man. You got a pretty good collection over here, man. Like between both of us, man, we probably got enough to open the store.
Oh, easy.
Oh, speaking of, I just came up on the TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at the beginning when I said you had an exciting week, and you were like, "Well, let's talk about Zelda."
Yeah,
and I was like, "It's like you came across TurboGrafx 16. Let's talk about that shit."
I got me a TurboGrafx 16. Finally, no games yet, but I do have one in my possession, and I am very happy to have me a TurboGrafx 16. I'm ready for it. Games ain't that bad on eBay though, you know. They about $15.
I figured they wouldn't be too terrible because no one wants a TurboGrafx 16.
But me.
But
I'm
you,
the only person in the world.
But, I mean, I'd like to have one, but
you really have to see it to enjoy it because I had one when I was a kid, and you know now I'm older. I want it back, and I probably just threw it away, you know, because I wasn't playing it anymore.
Well, I think that's like. I shouldn't say why no one wants it because there's people who want it. Obviously, it's a harder console to find, but not many people had it.
Right.
It's not like the Super Nintendo,
where they made like millions of them,
or the Genesis, where everybody had a Super Nintendo or a Genesis. No one said, "Oh, I got a TurboGrafx. Oh, I got the Atari 7800 or whatever." You know, it wasn't this. It was one of those systems that kind of fell into that. Everything there was a ton of systems coming out at the time. Everybody was trying to make a game console.
Right.
And some of them were good, but...
You know what's interesting about the TurboGrafx? It only had one slot for one controller. There was
Really?
not two controllers on this one slot. You know, only thing that I'm missing from it because it wasn't complete. It didn't have the back. It's like a plastic sheave that goes over the back. It didn't have that, but they put a aftermarket coaxial in the back. So yeah, I haven't turned it on yet because I don't have any games for it, obviously. But when I saw it, I was like, I had to grab it because it's a TurboGrafx 16, yo. I had to have it.
Oh, I'd love to have one.
I'm gonna invite you over, man, so you can.
Yeah, I want to play at least once.
yeah.
I've never actually played one.
Yeah.
I've seen them like on shelves, but I've never played one. So,
Oh man,
once you get it set up, invite me over.
right? If I could find one in the box, like I would have been more happier. But if you find them in the box, they're like $500 easy. But let's go ahead and get into our top favorite games. You want to start off, or you want?
I started with consoles, so you can start on games.
All right, so we gonna get into it. My top favorite of all time, Rival Schools.
That's number one.
Number one. I love it. Rival Schools is a fighting game. It was basically Japanese schools, but they were like sports themed. So you had like a baseball dude, you had like a volleyball chick. Every character had like their different theme or whatever. But man, I love that game. Like that's a game. That was a fighting game. You couldn't take me off the stick. People would be like, I got next. Nah, cuz you ain't getting me off that stick. I had my baseball dude and the volleyball chick. Like she'll throw you up in the air, like spike you. And I can't remember the dude's name. He had that baseball bat over there and just swack you like, bah! Man, all-time favorite game, man. Love it. It's hard to find. I cannot find that game.
Yeah, I know you've been searching for a while.
A good, 2 years?
I know you. Every store we walk into, every convention we go to, you walk up to every person. Hey, you got Rival Schools? And they're like, what the fuck is Rival Schools?
Yeah, nobody knows what that game is but me. But it was an awesome fighting game, and people slept on that game, yo. That is my top favorite. What you got, man?
So I struggled. As you can see, I came down to basically 8 games where it was like,
sir,
I couldn't pick between these last 8. I've got 5 games locked in as like the top 5, but that like 6th place position, I was struggling between 3 games.
Okay, what we got?
I'm gonna have to say for my 6th place, I'm just gonna get it out of the way because it's the hardest one.
Oh, you going 6?
I'm gonna go 6th first, just because I need to get that out of the way.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna go with Folklore on the PS3. You probably don't even know what that is.
I've never heard of that game.
Not many people have it. It's a little more obscure.
Okay.
Essentially, it's a story-driven game, so you wouldn't like it. But so essentially, what happens is there's 2 people. There's a guy and a girl. This guy works for like a newspaper, for like it's like an occult newspaper, just kind of like learning about. He writes the articles about like the weird happenings around the world, and he gets a letter about like this strange town, something weird's going on, so he's got to go there. And then there's a second playable character, which is a girl, and she gets a letter saying her mom passed away.
All right.
And she's never like met her mom. She doesn't really know her, so she's like, all right, I'm gonna go to this island. And then you jump back and forth between these 2 characters, and you get sent into what is basically a fairy tale land, and you're like fighting fairies and monsters and shit. And you can collect them, not exactly like Pokemon, but you can collect them and turn them into your attacks.
Okay.
So like you can in one of the levels, it's like a war themed level, and there's just a bunch of fairies and like 1940s military uniforms, and you can like, they got like muskets and stuff, and you can like capture one of them.
Okay.
And then you can assign it to one of your face buttons, and like you hit the button and it like jumps out of your pocket, just pow.
What system was that on again?
PS3.
PS3. Oh yeah, Rival Schools was on PS1. Just so you guys know, Rival Schools on PS1.
Or you can get like these big like gorilla type monsters, and you can assign them to a button, and you hit it, and they like come out of your pocket, just both fists, and slam it.
Okay.
But it's a good story. It's a mystery of figuring out what the hell's going on.
I'm about to look into that, man. That sounds interesting.
I can let you borrow it once you get your PS3 up and running.
Okay. Oh yeah, I don't have a 3.
Oh, you don't? Yeah, you do.
No, I have a
I thought you said you bought a 3.
No, I was trying to buy a 3.
Oh,
but
okay.
the dude he wanted too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, once you get a PS3, I'll let you borrow it.
Okay, yeah, we go back to that. Number 2, of course, Legend of Zelda.
Which one? All of them? Okay.
All of them.
Even Phantom Hourglass.
All of them.
Have you ever played Phantom Hourglass?
No, but all of them. I don't even care. All of them. Legend of Zelda is a dope fucking game. I don't care. Legend of Zelda, awesome fucking game. Only one that I really didn't care for was Link.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one. That is the bottom. If there was an asshole in games, Link is the asshole of games, yo. Like, that's the only one that I didn't like. But other than that, fantastic franchise, man.
Yeah, they've definitely had a lot more hits than they've had misses. I'd say there's only like maybe 2-3 Zelda games that are from Nintendo that are like misses.
Right.
Like the CDI games were awful, but those weren't made by Nintendo.
That's the only one I never played because I never owned a Panasonic 3DO.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, those games were absolutely trash. Like
that's definitely on the list for my collection of 3DO. Mm-hmm. I've seen them, but they running like 300 easy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's on the collection, and I definitely got to get the Zelda for it. You know,
yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's a turd. But
it's the biggest fucking turd ever.
I'm gonna buy this turd.
the whole game is like they took a picture of someplace,
mm-hmm.
like a mountain, and then you've got to walk Link up that picture of a mountain while fighting stuff, and it's like it's awful. It's awful, absolutely awful.
I think I've only seen like 2 3DOs ever, and I remember seeing it in the store, and it was like $700.
Mm-hmm.
This was like 91, and it was like $700, and that was a lot for a video game. That's today's money. That's like $1,500, right?
Yeah. No, they were full of themselves.
Right. Yeah, they was smoking dope. What you got for your number 2, man?
All right. Well, I'm gonna do number 1 for this one.
Number 1. So we're going from 6 to 1.
6 to 1. I had to get the 1 out of the way because it was gonna. I mean, I can do 5. I can do 5. Fine, we'll do 5. Number 5 for me. It's gonna be weird. You going from top to bottom of the list, and me from
I'm
bottom
just
to top.
going in order.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. Number 5 for me is Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time.
Okay. I'll give you that.
I love the Ratchet and Clank series. As you know, I've got every single one of them.
You do?
It's my God of War for you. I know you say.
Oh man.
So
get me started on God of War, yo. And I didn't even make the list.
Yeah. This is the bottom of my list. Okay. It's one of my favorite franchises. Crack in Time is my favorite one in the series. It was the second game they did on the PS3. It did some interesting stuff. They gave hover boots, which let you just like fly around levels, basically.
Okay.
The space combat they changed. Normally the space combat in it was like Star Fox, where you're either on rails,
I did like Star Fox,
and you're like kind of like moving in a circle, or you've got like confined like dome where you've got free movement in this dome.
They still make Star Fox? They still make Star Fox?
The last one came out on Wii U, and it was
really like Star Fox. That was a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
I think they
you got a Wii U now. You can get it.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you do.
I do have a Wii U.
You do have a Wii U.
I forgot. I did buy a Wii U last year. Sure did. Wow.
That cocked really hard, isn't it?
Man, it's hard cock. Shit, you go and get you some cock up in you, man. I'm over here drinking cock by myself.
It's gonna hurt.
Just a little bit, you know. You sure you don't want to chase with my ice, Girl Scout?
I'll chase it with some bat squatch. I'm probably not gonna drink much of it though.
I do like that Ratchet and Clank. I played a little bit when you first got your PlayStation 5.
Yeah, you played a little of the PS5
and,
one.
I never played a Ratchet and Clank before until you let me play, and I thought it was a pretty good game, you know?
Yeah, it's just a fun game. It's nothing mind blowing. It's nothing gonna, take over the world. But they're just fun games.
Right. Yeah, it was a fun game, you know. I thought it was pretty cool. I think I'll give Ratchet and Clank a try. You done with that?
Yeah, that's my
That's your number?
That's my number 5.
All right. So I'm going in order. I like racing games. That is probably up there. Need for Speed Underground.
Mm-hmm.
Need for Speed Underground was probably the best Need for Speed ever. Like the customization in there.
It's got a bite.
That cock hit you, huh? I told you got a little bite. You over there.
Yeah. My whole tongue's burning.
Jesus. Oh, man, that's so good. All right, back to it, man. Need for Speed Underground, man. That was probably the best racing game. I think I 100% of that game.
Okay.
Like, you can customize your cars. You can actually customize the inside. You can put speaker boxes in there, neon lights, spinning rims. Like, it was just a dope racing game.
Mm-hmm.
And this had to be like early 2000s. I thought it was awesome. I don't have it now. I would like to get it. But, you know, they're kind of hard to find.
Yeah, Need for Speed Underground's great. I think from what I've seen of people, I think it's a lot of people's favorite Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Even today, just like above all the new ones, above anything before it, like Underground seems to be a lot of people's favorites.
Heat was good. Don't get me wrong. I did like Heat. Heat was good. But like when it came to like customization, I believe Underground was like the trendsetter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you could do so. They had an Escalade in there. Like, why would you have an Escalade in there? You know, you had spinning rims on Escalade. You could go to the car meets. You could pop the trunk, and it was a dope game. Oh goddamn! Ah, shit. Best Squatch. What you got, man?
Watching. What am I on? Number 4.
Number 4. What we got?
Number 4 is Ease 8.
I've never heard of that guy.
Yeah, not many people have.
Never heard of that guy.
Ease is a franchise from Falcom, which is a Japanese studio.
I'm here with the Falcom.
Falcom's a smaller studio. They don't make anything too crazy big. They're starting to get a little more popular recently, but Ease 8 is the 8th game in the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
That this one was originally a PS Vita game. It's since been ported to PS4, PS5, PC. It's a lot of fun. It's nothing crazy. You get stranded on an island. Mm-hmm. You're on like a luxury cruise ship, and the main character Adol has some issue. Has some issue with boats. And there's like 4 or 5 games where he just ends up in a boat wreck and ends up somewhere in the game. So you get in a boat wreck and you end up on this deserted island in the middle of nowhere. And kind of your job is to explore this island, find the missing passengers, and figure out what the fuck's going on with this island.
Okay.
Turns into some time travel shenanigans, and essentially by the end of the game, you literally save the world. It's not like, oh, we beat this guy, we saved the world. Like, you literally save the existence of the world. Like, it just ramps up. It's a lot of fun, though. Okay. You watched me play a little bit. One time when you came over on PS2, there was that Zelda kind of looking game with the redheaded guy.
Yeah.
That was Ease 5.
Okay.
So that's in that series.
Yeah, you every time we go video game crawling, let's see, me and Eggs, we do this thing. We go video game crawling. We'll go hop in the car. We'll hit every video game shop, and we try to find like a bunch of rare stuff. The flea market, that's more my thing. We try to find stuff for the low. Sometimes people know what they got, but yeah, man, like Eggs, he bought some games. I'll be like, man, what the fuck is that? You just be like, hey, man, this game like $300. I was like, oh, okay, well, shit, do what you do, man.
I just like the weird obscure games that not many people talk about.
I almost bought one though. I saw one and I was like, do I really want to pay $70 for this game that I know I'm not going to play? It was in the plastic and everything, and I just left it alone, man.
Yeah, that's one thing I refuse to buy is sealed games, sealed old games. I'll buy a sealed new game, obviously, but a sealed old game because it's not worth it to me. Because I buy games to play them, and I'm not.
He's a player, and I'm a collector. So I have games in boxes sealed. Like, it's...
Now, don't get me wrong. I have like 2 or 3 sealed games, but that's just because I've accidentally bought duplicates.
Let's get into my 4th Street Fighter.
All of them, or just a specific one?
Every one. I've been a Street Fighter fan since I was a kid. Back in the day, you're younger than me, so you don't know. So there used to be arcades in the mall. So
not that fucking young.
So it used to be arcades in the mall. You go there with like $20. The games used to be $0.25.
Yeah.
So we used to get into it. So the thing that I loved about Street Fighter, they always had like the big arcade system in the arcades. The thing I didn't understand was, you see a dude there, he had to work from like Capcom or something, because I'm like, how the fuck he know all the moves?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting over here getting my ass beat. So when Street Fighter finally came to the Super Nintendo, that's the first time I had it. I had to learn the moves,
Mm-hmm.
Back 2 seconds, then forward, then he hit your punch, and then you throw a sonic boom, stuff like that. So that was that. And then like dude, like Mortal Kombat, I'm like, how the fuck you know all the damn finishing moves? Like, there's no way you know all the fatalities, but this is like 1991. So, but Street Fighter, man, I love every one. Like, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was just something that we did back in the day. We'd be in the basement, niggas down there with fucking money and shit, throwing it on the ground. And I'm talking about big money, man.
Big money.
Dude, big money. We down there and just bang, 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 bang. And like, give me that money. Like, but Ken or Ryu,
mm-hmm.
hey, don't even play with me. Don't play with me. Like, I'm whooping your ass all day. What you got, man? What's your next one, man?
All right, my number 3. This is Nier Automata, and I guess in the same, because you've been fucking cheating, Nier Replicant also. Yeah, I put both of those games pretty much beside each other.
All right.
It's just a fun action RPG style game, somewhat like the Devil May Cry. I wouldn't say it's as hectic.
Mm-hmm.
Nier Automata, I'd say, is a little bit better. You play as a group of androids, 3 of them, that have been sent down to Earth to fight off the alien invasion that has chased humanity out of Earth.
Okay.
And now humanity's posted up on the moon, giving you orders, and you got to go down there, fight robots that the aliens have made.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird thing is as you start fighting them, as you start getting involved with this war, the robots seem to have a bit of a sentience. They seem to have consciousness. They seem to be trying to learn love and understanding, and they're reading stuff about how the humans did things, and they're trying to mimic it and figure out that. And it's like, it kind of falls into this like situation of like, what is life? What makes you human?
That should sound boring as fuck, Tyler. But hey,
2B got a fat ass though.
Okay, like fat ass.
It was one of the big, I guess, selling situations of it was the butt cheeks of 2B have more polygons in them than the entirety of Ocarina of Time.
Goodbye. Goodbye. What the fuck wrong with you?
It's not what's wrong with me. It's what's wrong with Japan.
We ain't going there. But go ahead, man.
I'll play the game for you at some point. It's not like overly push you in story. It's one of those games where it's like you play through it and there's like some stuff you can read if you really want to get into the story. All right, what's your next one?
Oh, Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Love the franchise. I've been
another whole franchise one.
The whole franchise.
There's like 6 games in the franchise on its own. This is supposed to be our top 6. Yeah, I don't know.
Like Tomb Raider, all of them, every one has been good. Like, even when she had the boxy titties and shit, like
them triangle titties.
The triangle titties, man. All of them been good. That has been a great fucking franchise. And every time one comes out, I don't even look at the trailer. I don't even care. That's something I'm gonna buy off top. Like, don't have to read about it. Don't have to see it. Tomb Raider, I'm buying it. Always been like, and I think it's really because, like, as a youth, I was in the Indiana Jones. So that kind of like bridged the gap right there. I always liked that exploring type of game. You find the relics, and she carried them guns, and man, it was just a fun game, especially when I was a kid. We find like different ways to like kill her or something like that. So we'll do like swan dives, just face planting into the ground. That'll get eat by the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I think that might have been in Tomb Raider 2.
I've played a few of the Tomb Raider games.
Yeah,
they're good games. I've never gotten overly into them. I like them. Never gotten crazy into them. I guess the most prominent memory I have with Tomb Raider is when the when the reboot series came out. Yeah, it is. When that reboot series came out in like 2011, I had a Game Informer magazine, and on the front of it was Lara Croft and her like new design and everything, and she's like looking as hot as they could make a cover character on a Game Informer magazine. And I remember at one point I was just sitting down in my room, and my stepdad came in, and he was just talking to me, and he noticed it on the magazine on my like desk because I was reading through it, looking at the new games. And he picks it up and he stares at it for a minute, and he just looks up at me and turns it to me and goes, "So is this the kind of thing you're into?"
Oh, that's fucking funny. If you never played one, at least get the last one. Like, just get the last one. You probably find it pretty cheap. Get the last one, try it. Matter of fact, I got it. Just come get it. Come get it. Check it out, man. Like,
I played the PS1 where I have I think I have Tomb Raider 2 or 3. I have one of them on disc there, and I played that first reboot one because Sony gave it for free with one of their subscription things.
Okay.
Other than that, I haven't really played too many of them, but
if you get a chance, man, I think I got it on PS4.
There's I don't know if you ever saw it. Some people, or at least, have been taking the time. They've been trying to port the original Tomb Raider to systems they're not supposed to be on. And somebody like straight up ported the entire game to Game Boy Advanced, like a system that's not made to do 3D.
No.
And it runs at like 10 frames per second.
No.
But the fucking little Game Boy Advanced is pulling 3D graphics and running Tomb Raider.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see. I'll show you a video at some point. But
yeah. I need to see that. All right, so that's mine. What you got, man? What's your next one?
My number 2. This is a weird one, obscure one.
I'm sure.
Road Trip.
What?
Adventure.
I've never heard of this game.
Nobody's fucking heard of this game.
Dude, man, you got like mine's like pretty much everybody heard of this game. Yours is like
except for fucking Rival Schools, you're number 1.
People heard of that.
Less people. I've talked to people who know what Road Trip Adventure is. Hey. I've never heard of somebody we've talked to that knew what Rival Schools was.
Hey, the people who I used to beat their ass in, they know about Rival Schools. Y'all know, fucking 1999, I used to beat the shit out of y'all in Rival Schools. But we ain't gonna go there. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Road Trip Adventure.
Road Trip Adventure. What was that on?
PS2.
Okay.
It was the first game I got from my PS2.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gonna be honest,
that had to be in the bargain bin.
Yeah, no, it was like $2. And if I'm gonna be honest, it's not that great of a game. It's a solid 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 kind of thing.
Okay.
It is commonly referred to from its fans as a car PG.
Explain that. Have
you ever played The Crew?
I have.
Think of that, but on a PS2.
That sounds terrible.
Yes, but I love it. It's a Japanese game based on penny cars. Penny cars. You know, I know you know what a penny car is.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's called Chorokyu, which you see at the top there behind the Hyperscan stuff. I've got a couple actual Chorokyu cars.
I'm mad you bought that Hyperscan.
Why?
Nobody's heard of hyper. We gonna get into that.
Wait,
we gonna talk about that hyperscan, but
we'll get around to the hyperscan
All
eventually.
Right. Go ahead.
We'll get around to it. It's an open world racing game.
Okay.
All the cars in it talk. Like there's no drivers. It's like the cars themselves are sentient.
Like
it was before cars. I guess. I mean, Kit's more like an AI, but like these cars are the living creatures of the world. You drive from city to city, and each city has a race, and you've got to modify your car to get it to like do these races. Some of the races are.
I'm fucked up, Tyler.
Yeah, I see it in your eyes. You're pretty fucked up.
I'm fucked up, man. Go ahead, man.
Some of the races are on like normal racetracks. Some of them are in like snow-peaked mountains. You've got like one of them's in like a cave filled with mushrooms. Like it's the big thing about it is there's
happy
like
mushrooms.
What's that?
Are they happy mushrooms?
They're glowing.
I think
they're
glowing is happy.
Yeah, I'd say glowing's happy.
All right, go ahead.
The big thing about it is there's like 500 different cars you can drive. And you can change every single thing about it. You change your chassis, you change your transmission, you change your wheels, you change your tires, you change your paint, you change your engine, you change like all of this stuff in like a kid's game. It's like Gran Turismo, almost Gran Turismo levels. You don't have the sliders where you like do that, but you can change every single aspect of your car.
Okay.
And it gets down to the point where you can like strap wings on the top of your car and fly off mountains if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I respect that. Let's go into my final one.
All right, so your last one.
Oh, my last one. This one was a hard one because there's thousands of games out here, and it was hard for me to pick a final one. But I'm gonna go with that Uncharted series.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of Tomb Raider-ish, but again, I like Indiana Jones. I like stuff like that. So Uncharted was probably the entire series. Like there hasn't been a bad one. So I'm gonna go with Uncharted, man.
Uncharted's good. I've played through the first and second games. I haven't played the third or fourth.
I played them all.
But I liked the two. I just normally there's other games that have been coming out that I wanted to play more. I have the third game on disc there. I just haven't played it yet.
Uncharted is a good game. I really enjoyed it. I tried 100% these games, but a lot of times I don't get around to it because I get busy.
I just think it's cool to see Uncharted being Naughty Dog and just seeing where they came from, because they started with Crash Bandicoot, and then they did Jack and Dexter.
I had no idea.
And then they did Uncharted.
Really?
Yeah. So that was like their boom, boom, boom.
I had no idea that was the thing.
Now that you know that, if you notice, like there's some levels in like Uncharted where you're running away from shit that are like just like Crash Bandicoot levels where you can see. That's why I think Uncharted 4 it opens with you playing Crash Bandicoot.
I'm actually surprised they haven't brought a Crash Bandicoot to the 5 yet.
It's because Activision owns it.
I didn't know that either.
Mm-hmm. Crash Bandicoot was originally owned by Universal Studios, being made by Naughty Dog as an exclusive for Sony.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was Bandai.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm wrong.
Yeah. And I mean, it's kind of like a convenient like step, because my number one game is Spyro the Dragon, which is made by Insomniac.
I did know. I knew that was gonna be your number one, because I knew
he's sitting right up there.
I knew for a fact Spyro was gonna be your number one. I was like, watch it. I was like, I bet you Spyro is number one.
Yeah, yeah. And I could have told you Rival Schools was your number one. So
you already know. You already know, man.
But yeah, Spyro, specifically the first 3 Spyro games. I'm not gonna pull a U and do the whole franchise.
Right.
Just the first 3. Love those games. Made by Insomniac, makers of Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, Wolverine coming up. They made the Resistance series and stuff. But the Spyro games were the first games that I was really able to sit down and just beat, because I played like Donkey Kong and stuff, and I liked playing those, but I was young at the time, so I wasn't able. Donkey Kong is a pretty hard game once you get to a point. I was not able to beat Donkey Kong when I was 6-7 years old. Yeah,
man, I forget how much younger you are.
Yeah,
but What was your first console that you was introduced to? Like your very first one?
First one I really played was a Super Nintendo.
Okay.
That's because my stepdad had one, and that's like what I played. By the time I got around to the PlayStation 1 being pretty well circulated and everybody kind of having one was when I finally got to playing PlayStation.
Okay.
And it was my grandfather that showed me Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Tomb Raider, stuff like that. He was the one who had all those games. And I would like spend the night at my grandfather's house and I would just sit there and watch him play Tomb Raider all night and stuff like that.
I think my first one that I was introduced to was Atari. We had a 2600, but we didn't have like no good games for it.
I'd argue the Atari doesn't have any.
Yeah, it was fucking trash. When I got my Nintendo, my very first Nintendo, it was rap.
Mm-hmm.
It was rap. That was like my very first console where Mario Brothers came out. It came with the console. My cousin, she was fortunate enough. Her parents got her the one with the Rob or robot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need to call her to see if she still got that Rob robot. It's a good chance they might. But I had the, Duck Hunt Mario combo. It was a good game, like Mario, Sight Bike. I'm trying to think what else I had. Tiger Heli, Kamari Warriors.
I don't know what that one is.
Kamari Warriors is good. It was basically kind of like a Rambo-ish type of game.
Okay.
You had like two different guys. You had guns. It kind of reminded me of Contra a little bit, but not. It was more like a up view.
Mm-hmm.
But Contra was that's something I could relate to. I might have a Kamari Warriors. I have to look at my collection. I know I have Contra, but I miss the days of the codes, man.
Just cheat codes in general.
Man,
I love cheat codes.
Cheat codes I wish they brought them awesome, back. Man. Like now it's all DLC, but I really miss cheat codes.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking DLC now.
I hate it, man.
It's like punching this button and you got an alternative costume. Now it's like pay us $5 and we'll give you an alternative costume.
No, I don't like that, man. I hate that. I miss the days of the Contra, the up, down, left, right, select BA, start, 30 men. Like I miss that, and it's like nobody got cheat codes anymore.
Yeah, no.
Like it's all DLC. Make you pay for it.
Yeah.
No, I hate that.
I think it's stupid.
It is.
And then like I think we had spoken about this like just last week, even in like the games that do have cheat codes now, like Grand Theft Auto 5. You put in a cheat code and it blocks you from earning achievements or trophies or anything.
No,
like
fuck that, man. Give me them achievements.
It blocks your progression and it's just like it's stupid.
Yeah. No, like when Grand Theft Auto came out and you can get every weapon, I used to put that cheat code in every time. I never failed. That was the best cheat code ever. Unlimited bullets. Like, come on, unlimited bullets. Like that was the best one. And I miss the fact that the cheat codes are kind of just like run away. I actually have 2 Game Genies. Like Game Genie. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm fucked up. I'm slurring my words. But Game Genies were awesome. Like I got 2 of them. I got one in the box and I got one without. It was just fun just to have like cheat codes. You get like 99 men and stuff like that. Like I miss those days,
Yeah, me too. I think I told you before, like back to Spyro on that. I've got like most of the cheat codes memorized to where and they're not like short strings of codes. It's like 12, 13 buttons hits in a row.
Right.
And they're just in there by memory.
Right.
Cheat codes are great. But we're getting to the end of our time anyway.
Oh yeah, it's about that time, man. We having fun, man. I'm fucked up right now. I don't know how Tyler feeling. But I'm pretty geek.
When I stood up a moment ago, I hit me more than I thought I was.
Oh yeah, as soon as you stand up, man, this damn cock got you leaning, man. I'm gonna take this bottle home. I'm gonna finish it off tonight.
Yeah, you go do that. I'm not touching it.
Go and pop me a gummy and fall asleep on the couch. Yeah, man. But it's Eggs and LSD. We just sitting here talking shit, man. We gonna get into some gameplay. As soon as we figure it out, man, we gonna get some gameplay. We gonna play some games fucked up. We gonna have some drinking games, and yeah, man. Like this has been fun, man. I'm really enjoying this podcast, man. What about you, man?
Yeah, no, I'm having a good time with it too. I mean, this is the kind of discussions we have in general, which is why we decided to do this, is because we'd just be sitting in a car ride going somewhere,
man,
and talk for an hour.
Now, how many times we even sat in the car just riding from Columbia to Aiken, just talking shit, you know?
Yeah, plenty of times, many times. Even down into Georgia, we've gone in like,
yeah,
you know, we're just like, why not record it and see if anybody wants to listen to it?
Man, I just realized how many handhelds you got, man. You got a lot of fucking handhelds.
Yeah. God. Yeah, we'll get into that at a different time.
Jesus, man. I need to step my game up.
Yeah, you do. You say I'm a player, but I'm a collector too. So
yeah, man, I got to step my PlayStation 2 game up, man. You killing me.
Yeah.
And my PlayStation 3.
I think Sony in general.
I got you an Xbox though, so that's
you got me by far in Xbox. You got me in NES.
I got you in Dreamcast, boy.
You got me in anything Sega because I don't have any Sega.
So before we wrap it up, you know, I bought 3 games for my Dreamcast, man. You know, and I'm very excited about it. It's Crazy Taxi 1 and 2.
Great game.
And Jet Set Radio.
Great game.
I love those fucking games. Like I had them back in the day, and the actual Jet Set Radio is in plastic.
Oh, really?
It's wrapped up. That's why that bitch was $80.
Not opening it, are you?
We'll see.
I'll tell you this. To save you some money, you can buy Jet Set Radio on Xbox, the original Xbox.
It ain't the same.
Okay.
It ain't the same, man. I'm telling you. Like, I'm very happy with the purchases that I made this weekend.
Yeah, no, you were sending me pictures. And
I'm gonna be sick when that credit card bill comes. But at the same time, I think I made some good choice purchases.
That's how I liked everything you purchased. So.
All right, that's important to me.
But to be honest, it wasn't my money, so maybe if it was my money, I'd feel a little different.
You gonna give me some?
No.
Oh, fuck you.
This has been Too Faded to Play. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment on the YouTube or in the Spotify. If you want to see us on any other services, we're on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts at the moment. Just let us know.
Yeah,
it's simple
man,
as
check
that.
it out, man. You know, Instagram, we on there too. So go ahead and follow us.
Too Faded to Play.
Yeah, that's
exactly
Too
what he is
play.
right now.
What he say? Because I'm faded as fuck. So, hey, man, it's been good. God, love, peace, and soul, man.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, peace, y'all.